Hello, all my ghouls and geists out there. It's your clinically diagnosed ghost host, the most, Care with a K. Back again today with another What is your person thinking about you reading. There's going to be 4 piles today. It could be friendship, romance, whatever, just a person you're thinking about. What do they feel about you at the current moment? Alright, group 1 is going to be Celery Dragon with Renewal. Group 2 is Kiwi Dragon with Fertile. Group 3 is the Cantaloupe Dragon with Realign. And Group 4 is the Blueberry Dragon with Goals. So yeah, take as long as you need. Meditate, consider, ask someone, do whatever you gotta do, and I'll see you in your pile. Hi, Group 1. Everyone who picked the Celery Dragon with Renewal, what is the person that you're thinking about you right now, in this moment, at this time? What are the energies for pile 1 and their person that they're thinking about? It might be an ex, because renewal is, coming back from something that's already been broken. Doesn't have to be. Could be somebody from your past. Could be somebody who slightly hurt you. Ooh. Could be somebody you haven't seen in a while. They weren't your friend, but you knew them. It could be you coming back from, maybe you were in rehab, or just you entering a new phase of your own life. Pile 1. What is their person thinking about them at this moment? Please, spirit, ancestors, and guides, get a couple more before I start. Sometimes I just feel like pulling them all at once. Sometimes I pull them one at a time. It just depends on the day. Anything else, Spirit, before I start? Oh, that one. Okay, cool. On the back of the deck, we have Strength in reverse. Cool. Alrighty, let's start with the bottom. We got the Magician, a very powerful starting card. Very colorful, very everything, all at once. That was a good movie, by the way, if you haven't seen it. We have the Emperor in reverse. Also very colorful. Very blam, blam, blam in your face. Looks kind of like a firework, like an explosion or something. It looks like 2 powerful people who are just not on the same page. And this might be you in, the Emperor energy instead of the Magician. Magician is really anything could happen with this relationship. The possibilities of connection are endless. But the Emperor realizes that to come back into alignment with this relationship, they have to give up control, or something they've been holding on to very tightly, because that's just not going to vibe with this really laid back person. They're very much a type B, you're very much a type A situation. This is just, it could be vice versa, but people are very different. And, like, that's probably why strength is in reverse. Because you're like, I don't really want to give up this control I have. I don't really want to. I don't. Like, I understand why I have this control and I don't want to give it up. But I do care about you. But I'm afraid of what that might mean for me. We got Eight of Cups in reverse. So they very much want to come towards you. They obviously have some things that they need to work out, but they feel like all of the cups that you have are, ones they don't want to drink out of, I guess. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. The reason why they haven't come towards you yet is probably because they're unsure. They feel like it's not the right time, like something's going on in your life, like maybe this situation where you're learning to, like, control yourself a little better. They just feel like the timing's not right, but they will come towards you when they feel like it is right. When things are a little bit, clearer. We've got the Eight of Wands in reverse. Which is also kind of building on the Wheel of Fortune. It's not going to happen now. It's not right here, right now. And it might be a whole year, because it has all of the season, all of the season trails on there. Winter is the biggest one, obviously. So it might progress, like, slow, 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 and then get a little faster towards the end of the year. Alright, let's see. We got the Hierophant in reverse. They might be someone who's afraid of commitment, or you might be someone who's afraid of commitment. That might be the perceived obstacle here. Being afraid of sticking to one thing, like, to being, I don't know, I'm getting, like, a vision of, like, cowboys. I don't know why, but, like, when cowboys, they kiss the girls at the end, but they don't, like, actually stay, like, they gotta keep on going, or whatever, they're, like, wandering lads. I don't know, but that's what I got, like, somebody perceives the other as having that mentality when it comes to relationships. Like, love them while they're here, but, like, not, like, forever. You know what I mean? Also got the Devil in reverse. Which is probably the best way to have a devil, to be honest. It looks like their feelings aren't, like, shady. They're very serious about the relationship that you guys have, emotionally. But again, the commitment situation, it might not be a traditional relationship that you guys are dancing around right now. The way they're seeing it is like they really do care about you, but maybe one of you is, like, ethically non-monogamous or something like that, and they're really like, monogamy is the only thing that'll work for me. But they do care about you, but it's just not connecting, like, on that page, which is probably why these are on different pages, you know what I mean? Like, they're like, yes, we care about each other, but we're just, like, we live our lives differently. Alright, we have the Ten of Wands in reverse. So, one of these things that's causing this to be, like, a long time, to, like, the timing is off, is something that's very stressful, something that takes a lot of time and energy. And this person knows that you or them, like one of you won't be able to give the amount that's needed for a stable relationship. Like a committed, like an actual commitment. So like they're not like blaming you. Like I said, like they do have feelings and they're genuine. They're not like here to hurt you. The devil's also giving me, though, with this Ten of Wands, like, trust issues. You or them, but I'm feeling that it's probably you. Have some problems trusting people, and, like, it would be a lot to get over. Like, the wall that you've built is pretty high, and this person is not an experienced climber, if you know what I'm saying. So it might just be a lot of work for them. Alright, we got the King of Wands in reverse. So they have a lot of passion for you. Like, that goes back to, like, them having genuine feelings that aren't, like, here to hurt you. They just know it's not the right time to act on the feelings. You know, like, the King of Wands is a passion. He's very passionate. A very passionate king. And so, like, the feelings they have are real. But this person knows that right now would just make things bad. Like, if they, like, gave you the passion that they're thinking of, it would push you farther away rather than bring you in. You know what I mean? So they're probably really good with social cues, this person. Not necessarily like, oh, I know exactly when people are flirting with me. Not that kind. Just, they're probably older and they got some life experience, I'll say. But, like, the magician is here, and that's literally anything is possible. Like, literally, you're working through some shit, or they're working through some shit, someone's got trust issues, and you guys are overcoming that stuff still. So, they want to stay in contact with you, but they know that romantically, right now, would just mess it up. So, they're waiting for the right time. Alright, let's grab... Man, grab my... Let's get some of these. I'll grab some botanical oracles. Any messages for pile 1? And their person who is very patiently waiting for them to communicate about their expectations. Alright, we have Invigorate in reverse with Juniper. Probably feeling a little bit defeated right now because of the timing. You probably too, since you're watching this. Like, you're probably like, I wish they would just do it. But, I mean, you probably also know deep down that it wouldn't be right. And we have Fern with growth. Yeah. I mean, you guys are both on, like, some healing journeys right now. You guys are doing your best, so... Kudos to that. One of these guys. Pile 1, Spirit. Alright, we have the key. Which is the possibility to open up. That's how it looks anyway. It looks like the key to this relationship is growing and becoming a better person. Not even a better person, just like a different person. Like where this starts is misaligned and you gotta come back in to alignment before you can connect on the level that you want to connect on. I mean, we can connect with strangers. Alright, and we got distraction with Alconos. Something is, like, this relationship, as much as I hate to say it, is something that occupies your mind and that keeps you from this growth that you need. You could work together, like, how do I? You should stay friends with this person. Like, you should see this person often. As often as you can. But it's just a bandage and not a cure, I guess, is what I mean. Okay, we have hurt in reverse, which leads me to believe that you've been hurt with the trust issues and everything. I mean, that's not a hard... That didn't take, like, mental gymnastics. We also have trail shelter, which is the future, really. When I see it, like, you're building, like, a homestead with someone, you're trusting them, you're going into the future with them. It just might take a minute, because, like, shelters take a long time to build. So, you guys are kind of starting again. It's like starting back from where you were, realigning. So, square one, really. But it looks like it's going to become beautiful, and it's going to open you up. Just don't get too bogged down in fantasies, because you have a lot to get through before you reach the part where you're actually healed from, you know, the pain and betrayal and all of that good stuff, and you can start building something. Yeah, so thank you, Pile 1. That's what I have for you today. Be safe out there, and may the hunters never find you. Hello, Pile 2, to everyone who picked the Kiwi Dragon, the Fertile Dragon. This is your reading for what your person is thinking about you. I'm going to go out on a limb and say you picked romance, but doesn't have to be, of course. Fertility is a big issue here. Usually I just do one at a time, but sometimes I get inclined to do multiple. Ooh, that one flew. Alright. Of course it did. It was the 5 of Wands. Alright. What is Pile 2's people thinking about them? Right, that's good. And we got the 2 of Pentacles in reverse. A choice has been made, and they are no longer guessing. Alright, we'll start at the bottom. We got the King of Wands. It's a very stable, very protective energy. See how the roots are lit up with runes? Very protective, very stable. root having person. Somebody who, like, is deep, I guess, is the deep and passionate and loving. Alright, we have the Nine of Cups. And this lady is pregnant with the fertility thing here. So if you guys are wanting a child with this person, it looks like it will happen. It looks like they're very willing to make that happen for you. And you're going to be happy. It's the Nine of Cups. This is like self-fulfillment. This is happiness. This person is thinking very good thoughts about you. Like, they're very happy to have you in their lives. So I'm feeling this is already an established relationship that you're in. If not, then they are very wanting it to be. They're very wanting you to have their child and be with them in the long term. Alright, we have the Five of Swords. There might be something that's like mentally you guys are not on the same page about. It could be other people. This could be other people in the, like, around the relationship telling you that it's a really bad relationship. Because we also have the Five of Wands. And this guy flew out. And this is like, I see this as external forces. So you have internal forces and external forces. Saying that this relationship is not going to work out. But you guys are both, you got feelings. And the feelings are happening for both, like, very intensely. And it might be despite this. Because, like, I know that I said this is, like, for mental fighting, arguing. It could just be that your family's ideas don't line up correctly. Because it looks like this person is, like, walking away. Like, they're not even trying to engage in that. It's like you guys are making your own traditions. You don't care about your family. Not that you don't care about your family, but, like, you don't... Their traditions don't necessarily mean that. You gotta carry that to your kids and so on and so forth. You know, you get the vibes. Alright, we'll do the Devil. So there might be a little bit of unhealthiness in this relationship. And it might be verbal abuse. Because the string is connected to his tongue. You can see there. It might be the way that they communicate is unhealthy. And that might cause a lot of arguments as well. Communication is key. It's one of the main reasons people break up. Lack of communication. And if you've got external forces and internal things like pulling you guys apart, it's a lot of stress. This person is thinking the world of you and, like, shit of the situation. Alright, we got the Ace of Swords in reverse, which is something that's giving me that lack of communication vibe. Swords are about communication and mental, your mental world and things like this. And when you're reversed, you're blocking it. So you're blocking the communication. You're blocking this resolution. You're blocking the resolution. We also got the Seven of Wands. But this is telling me that you're willing to fight for it, though. Like, the relationship, you're both really into it. And you're both willing to, you know, do what you have to do, regardless of whoever is here trying to stop you. You're like, I see that we have these struggles, but I feel very strongly about you. And I want to continue on with you. And they also want that for you. Like, they want to start a family with you. They might not be the best at expressing things in the right way, especially if they're upset or angry, if their mood is in any way not just at the base, like, normal level, but you have the ability to see that they genuinely mean what they're telling you they mean, and you don't expect other people to understand because it is your relationship. Follow your intuition, and of course, if there are red flags that are negative and hurting you, back away. It reminds me of a story. This is a side note, but it's one of my stories. I shouldn't say story. It reminds me of my friend when I was younger. My parents hated that I hung out with him because he was so against social norms. He was very, like, he wore, like, black, and, you know, the old, like, mamas are like, don't fall for bad boy sort of situation. But to me, he wasn't negative. Like, he didn't treat his mother badly, which is, like, a big thing, like, for people who are actually bad. They'll just call their moms bitches and shit. He was very loving to people who respected him and treated him like a human, you know? People who didn't judge him first based on, you know, the clothes he wore and shit. He was very loving, and I knew that. But outwardly, people wouldn't understand that. They would be like, why are you with him? He has such a, like, a blunt mouth. He's very aggressive. He's into, like, this metal music and all this bad stuff. But I knew that he had a good heart, and that's really what mattered. And I was willing to fucking kill people for him. Not, like, literally. Just, like, I was ready to fight for him because the friendship meant so much to me. And nobody else could tell me that it was bad. Because it wasn't. They just don't understand it, and that's what I'm getting very much here. No one can tell you what your relationship is like. You have to follow your own intuition, right? And I know that can lead to bad things if you can't, like, if you can't understand what abuse is. If you're too close to it, you can ask genuinely and seek outside help, but for the most part, don't listen to people's just, like, rumors and gossip about someone. Like, if they don't like your partner, be like, cool, well, he's not your partner, he's my partner. You know what I mean? Sorry, that's a side note. We got the world in reverse. So it looks like they're wanting to start a new cycle with you. They probably want to get rid of all of this stuff. It's probably clogging up a lot of all the good things that you guys have together. And they're just, like, they want new sun, new plants, new life to come back into the situation. We also have the magician in reverse. And this is a very dark magician. Like, it looks pretty gloomy, but he's got the power of every suit here. He can literally manifest whatever he wants. If you guys are trying and you're not focusing on the dark and you're actually both together working and going forward, you can do anything, babes. Anything. Honestly and truly. We got the Seven of Cups in reverse. It's basically, you can have whatever you want. There are so many options out there, but you've decided that this is what you want, what you're willing to die for. You're willing to fight for this future that you want. Which is also the Two of Pentacles. Like, you've made a choice and you know that it's right for you, and you're tired of debating whether or not it is. We got the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Which I think I was mentioning, like, a new start here with the world. But you know that you can't start from scratch. You know this person probably well, since you guys have been in a relationship. It's like new, if that makes sense. This relationship isn't new. This isn't fresh. This isn't like I need to explore, because you already know the answers to a lot of the questions, like what is your favorite color, like, where do you like to go eat, etc. Like you already know these things. So it's not new. It's like new. It's something that's comforting, but you forgive a lot of the things that have happened and you move forward from where you are. And we get the High Priestess. Like I was saying, like just saying, follow your intuition. Because like the moon up there is like a very like, you're like afraid of what people are saying and like what people are thinking and stuff. This is about you. Your intuition, how you feel about them, how you know they are with you. Don't let other people, especially these people who are causing problems just to cause problems, do not let these people influence who you are choosing as your life partner or partners. Like whoever you're choosing is your choice. This life is yours. You do not owe it to anyone else. I don't care what your mom says. I don't care what your family thinks they're inclined to. No one is inclined to you and your future. Keep your family in your life if they treat you well. But if they're just causing problems, if they're just talking behind your back, if they're just being crazies, dump them. Because, like, your life is more important than their happiness. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta live with you forever. And we get the Page of Cups in reverse. Rekindling emotions. This is basically just starting over your feelings. And that might even lead to the, like, you might be taking a break or something. You know, like, what is this person thinking? Like, they want to fight for you. They want to be together with you. They want to start again. They want to, like, kind of clean the slate and move forward into a future with you. And that's what they've chosen. And we got the Five of Pentacles in reverse. And this is, basically the it won't be like it was feeling card. Five of Pentacles is usually about being, like, left out and, hurt and being, like, poor, not, like, abundant in, like, materials or anything like that. But it looks like even though you might be poor right now, materially, they're gonna try to improve that part of the life. I see the gold with the dragon, and I'm thinking that once you're in alignment again with the way that you are supposed to be, it's gonna come back for you. You're gonna get a job that really pays well, or, like, once you add this child to your life, it might feel bad because babies are expensive, especially if you don't have a lot of money. It'll feel like you don't have anything for a while, but it's for the best, emotionally. We got the Ten of Swords in reverse. And that's, Ten of Swords is closing a cycle. And this is very much, you think you're closing a cycle, like this, like, if you are in a break situation, I'm kind of feeling that, or like just like taking things like just give me some time to think, because we have all this, like, negative stuff that we're going through. They don't want the cycle to end, basically. They want to create a new cycle, like I was saying with the world. They want to start again with you. We also have the Nine of Swords in reverse, which is about pain. And I'm assuming, again, that it has to do with these arguments and, like, negativity around the relationship. Not in the relationship, just because of the relationship. It's caused a lot of stress, and you probably strained a lot of, like, friendships or, like, family bonds or something because of it. And you're wondering, like, if it's even worth, going into the future. We also have the Eight of Swords in reverse. And this is in reverse, which is good. Eight of Swords is like mind cage. It's, you did this to yourself, you're feeling very bad, you're like, oh no, like, your thoughts are really, really getting to you because of the stress surrounding it. We have the 8, 9, and 10 of Swords. But I see that this has, like, wings on it. It really gives me a, since it is in reverse, a very, like, I've made up my mind breaking free of this situation in the near future. Yes, you've undergone a lot of pain, but you understand where you want to go in the future. And they're thinking they want to go forward with you, start anew, be the family that they want to be with you. Oracle time. And with the Eight of Swords, you're getting in alignment with the way that they're thinking, basically. You're like, yeah, you've always been there, and these other people who are starting this drama have not always been there. Right? We have Soothe, which makes sense with chamomile. The pain that you're feeling, obviously. And we have Subdue in reverse. And I feel like that's the breaking free part. You're like, I'm tired of fighting about it. It's my life, I've made the choices. You can come or go. I don't care anymore. Oh, we have House, which is that stable family life I was talking about. It also gives me, like since it's like a lone house, it makes me think of, like, stand up for what you believe in, even if you have to stand by yourself. That old chestnut. We got Quackin'. Oh. Mystery. That one usually makes me think of, like, not knowing, like, in the depths of the ocean, just like the future is looking questionable to you. Like, you're like, I don't know, but I'm just gonna put my faith in my decision making to go forward. Here we have mountain climbing, conquering a seeker's worry in reverse. You might need help to get over this, which is understandable. But you're not alone, obviously. You got your partner who's willing to fight for you, fight with you about it. and you guys got a lot to talk about. They're not really good with talking, and I mean, it happens, but you need it to move forward in a healthy, stable way. So that's what I've got for you, Pile 2. Thank you so much for joining me. Be safe out there, and may the hunters never find you. Hello, Group 3. Everyone who picked the Cantaloupe Dragon with Realign. This is your reading for what your person is thinking about you at this specific moment. And I will go into whatever the cards want to tell me. Not just what your person's thinking, but it'll be in the scope of what they're thinking about in this current situation surrounding it. Could be what you're thinking about it as well. But just in case you were wondering, if I start going off on something that is about you, why you're like, why isn't this what my person is thinking? It is related to the situation, and you need to hear it. Alright. Pile 3, Spirit. What is their person thinking about them at this specific moment? The person on their mind. What is the energy of now? I know you all know that song. I know it. That is what is playing in my head as I am shuffling these cards. For what person? Pile 3's person is thinking about them at this very moment. At the counter for the man to pour the coffee. Okay, cool. And on the back of the deck, we have the 7 of Cups. Realign. Oh, nice. Alright, cool. We're gonna start at the bottom. Sorry if these get like that shiny light on them. Alright, we have the Wheel of Fortune. She is turning in your favor, baby. And we got the 4 of Wands in reverse. So it looks like there's a lady involved. And realign with how you feel. But the person that you're thinking about is also starting to think about you. I think they're understanding that right now, the way that you are is not somebody who lines up with their ideal partner. At this moment, we have Death reversed. It feels like you're gonna have to change. Not like a complete transformation. This was not completely, like, flipped over. It was only sideways. But for you guys to come into alignment, you're going to have to be slightly different. You're going to have to be a little open-minded. You're going to have to understand things about them that they think that you don't currently understand in the correct way. We have the Hanged Man. They're thinking they want you to perceive them differently, the situation differently. I don't mean like, oh, you're thinking about them romantically, they want you to be their friend. I mean, yes, they probably do want you to be their friend, but that's not what I'm saying. It's like these things here that I was saying that you need to change because the way you are is like stagnant and like the vibes are rancid, babe. They want you to open up and be different. Like this Four of Wands makes me think of LGBTQ relationships because there are two women on it, which is the happy, like it's a happy family card, but it does make me think of relationships that are not necessarily normal. This could be like a trans person and they're probably feeling a little anxious about that. Most the trans people I know kind of do, especially when it comes to like romantic relationships. They're thinking, why would they like me? You know, I'm like this mess of a in the middle person, and they're just like, please just take me for what I am. Try not to see me as this thing. Not like I don't want to be this label. I just want to be Angel or you know whatever their name is. We have the Queen of Wands. This person is very fiery and passionate and creative, and they're seeing you as this very like person that has a lot of good traits that they're very interested in. So somebody that like lines up with them. And they might even think that you're a little bit too good for them, you know? Um, you got the Hierophant. It was also a skew. It wasn't completely sideways, but it was kind of like this. So it made me think things are a little wonky. It's not like a traditional one man, one woman marriage type situation. They do want like a happy like life with you. They do want to be romantically inclined with you, and they're just a little weary of it. Like they think you are great, but to be with them, you'd have to change the way you view things in the world. Or at least the way that you're coming at it. Like, you might view them in the right way, but the way that they perceive you viewing them is not the same as you view them, you understand? Like, it's hard for those things to be in alignment without, like, communication about the situation. Alright, the Seven of Wands. They feel like they have to fight for you. Fight for your attention. Fight for, this relationship they have with you. We also have the Three of Pentacles in reverse. So this is, could be like somebody you used to work with. They might want to work with you on a project, something that you're doing, or it could be a third party situation. They know that you're like in a relationship or somebody who messes around and they're not like that, or you're a polyamorous person or they're a polyamorous, you know, queer person and they're not sure if you are. There's just some question around the multiple partners in this situation. They're just not really sure about it. And that's probably also why the Hierophant was a bit askew. Like, it could be non-traditional relationship structure. Okay, we get the Knight of Pentacles. This is a slow process. This romance, they want to come toward you, but it looks like they're distracted. Like, they're looking at everything else. And they're just, like, moving forward is a struggle for them. Because they need, like, explicit, like, I don't want to cross boundaries that you don't want me to cross. You know? Also the Star. It looks reversed to me, though. It was, like, exactly sideways, so it's, like, they think you are what they want, but the amount of doubt they have is so strong when it comes to what you want out of them or a relationship. Like, excuse me, sorry, they don't know, like, they want to fight for you. They like you in their life. You are the Queen of Pentacles to them. You are very shiny, right? And the Wheel of Fortune is saying that this is, like, the time is coming where you're going to be with them. But they have extreme doubts. Like, the Four of Wands is here, and they want a happy family with you, but they don't think it can happen because of the kind that they are. Like, I'm not saying, like they might be queer. I'm getting that, like, really strongly. Like, just, like, queer is not necessarily, like, a lesbian or a gay or something like that. It's just, like, something outside of the cis heteronormative sphere. And the subgroup that they are is very looked down on, I guess, like, very still, like, ostracized, and you are in a different group that's not, they're seeing you as somebody who is outside of that, who is more normal, who has, like, every reason to not like them. Like, you're probably not exactly the opposite. So, like, if they're, like, a polyamorous trans person who is queer, like, gay, then you're probably, like, you could be gay, but you're a cis person who really fits in with other people, and while they're more, like, introverted. Like, it's just, like, there's a lot of things that they perceive as a hindrance to connecting with you, and that's giving them pause. And this, like, fantasy they have of you guys being together, this wish, if you will, is not something they have a lot of faith in. With the Ten of Wands, again, it was very, like, straight sideways, so it looks like it's a lot of work. Whatever this relationship is going to be a lot of work. And they're like, either it's going to be good work or it's going to be bad work. Like, either way, it's going to be work. It's just, what kind of stress is this relationship going to be? And now the Seven of Cups kind of makes sense. Because, like, they're, like, out of all these fish, right? Out of all the fish in the sea, why would you choose me? You know? There's just so much going on. It would be you could just get a normal person and be happy. And the King of Swords. No communication is happening here. He was reversed, I'm gonna say. King of Swords wants to connect, wants to understand, wants to know. He's a very mental king. But in the reverse, he isn't really sure. Like, he doesn't know anything. He's very confused about a lot of things because the communication hasn't happened yet. And nobody really knows what's going on in this situation. Like, even if you're, like, flirting with them, they have no idea. They're just like, oh, look at you doing community service. Like, it's just, like, you gotta beat it into this person's head. Knight of Wands. They do think about you passionately, I will say. They have fantasies about you, and they want it to move forward. They just don't know how. Ooh. They don't have a self-esteem yet. We also have the Five of Swords. And this is the mental battle I was just talking about. Like, how they just don't feel worthy enough, good enough. they're beating themselves up really badly about the fact that they're not good enough for you. And the White Numen, which is a specialty card in this deck. It makes me think of Sacred Cow. Of course it does. But they have hope that you will come forward and move past all of this and help them realize that they are worthy. And it kind of sucks that they need someone to do that, but they do need someone to do that. And that's not like, it's not a dig on them. It's just sometimes society beats you down to a point that you need someone else to help you see that you're worth it. And most people aren't willing to stand in the gap and tell people that they're worth it. To show them, to show up and show them that no matter what society says you should be, how I should feel about you, I'm telling you that you're worth more than media propaganda. I love you, right? And this person thinks that you're gonna do that for them. And I really hope that they're right. Because they seem to really care about you a lot. We'll get some oracles. Alright, we have growth. With the fern. I'm seeing that for this person. They are growing. And I mean, you are probably growing too if you're opening yourself up to, like, their kind of world. You're probably changing as well. And we also have resourcefulness with huckleberries. Living a life that's outside of the norm is something that makes you resourceful, I would say. As a queer person myself, it is definitely something you learn to survive in society. Whip and broom. So remember I was saying something about... I was saying that they have fantasies about you, right? This person might be queer in a way that's like... BDSM queer. Again, not a dig. I'm not judging. It just came out. I was surprised because I had never seen the card before, but good for you guys. Have a healthy sex life. That's important too in a relationship, if you guys are sexually. Aces are valid, definitely. Gang gang, you know what I'm saying? Pile 3, please. Oh. Alright, we got Ifrit in reverse. I literally just did that hand sign. Oh. Jinxed it. But power in reverse is feeling kind of like not in your power, obviously. Like this person has self-esteem issues that they really need to work it out. Here we have kayaking, experiencing a calling adventure. They might feel like you will have to do it would be an adventure, I guess. Something that's crazy out of the norm for you guys to be together. But they do have a lot of feelings for you, and I can see that. So yeah, that's what I have for you, Pile 3. Thank you so, so much for joining me. Be safe out there. Really, be safe out there. And may the hunters never find you. Hello, Group 4. Last but certainly not least, for everyone who picked the Blueberry Dragon with goals, this is your reading for how your person is thinking about you at this exact moment. Any person that's on your mind right now, how are they thinking about you? For Pile 4. And usually I go one at a time, but today I am feeling the all-at-once approach to the tarot. So we're going to get them all first, then we'll start reading. I'll grab the oracles at the end. Alright, for your person, at this very moment, how are they feeling about this relationship? Anything else? We'll give one more pass through. Oh, all the way. Alright, cool. And we have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse on the bottom. My arm is so shaky. It was holding it sideways. We're going to start at the bottom. Let's see. These guys are on the bottom. Nine. I don't know. I was like looking at it like, what in... Sorry, guys. It's 9. The 9 of Wands. I don't know. 9 of Wands. So this person's feeling very overwhelmed by you. You also have the 9 of Cups. They're also feeling very happy to have you in their life. A very mixed bag. We have the Hermit in reverse. So it's all outward, babe. They're thinking very externally about you. And that means like how on the outside you're appearing to them. We also have the Ace of Cups. So it looks like they have deep feelings for you. Not like I'm in love with you, but very like I don't want to see you be hurt. All right, we have Strength in reverse. Someone's feeling out of it in this relationship. They also probably don't keep their thoughts to themselves. Like, if you make them happy, they're probably like, I'm glad you're in my life. They're probably a very vocal person about that. Because they do have feelings for you. They just don't feel like super confident. Or you don't feel super confident. With the 7 of Cups. it looks like they feel like you have other choices. And I don't know why I got really soft. Like, my voice is soft now, and I was rather rambunctious earlier. It's like, person is very soft-spoken about these things. Like, they don't want to step on your toes. Like, they're very meek when it comes to enforcing their will upon other people. They probably think you have other choices. And that might be part of the reason why the Wheel of Fortune's in reverse. They feel like it's not the right time, like you're in a relationship, or like maybe they missed their chance to court you. We have the Emperor in reverse. So yeah, they feel like there's no control. Like they don't have the strength, they don't have the control, they don't have the power to do anything in this relationship. We also have the Two of Swords, so they feel very stuck. They feel like they can't. They can't. The word can't is very prominent. They feel like they're not unable to do anything in this situation. They feel powerless, basically. You got the Nine of Wands, but they do have desire. They really want to be with you. It might not even be like with you, like sexually, just like they just want to be close to you. We have the Three of Wands, which is about like expansion, like into the future. Like I was saying, they just want to be close to you. They really want to be around you. They have a good time with you, and even as just friends, they're very happy. The feelings that they have are genuine, and they just don't know what to do in this situation. It really kind of stresses them out. You got the Nine of Pentacles. It's like they know it'll bring them happiness. We have the Nine of Wands, which is the stress part. We have the Nine of Cups, which is like emotional fulfillment, and we have the Nine of Pentacles, which is like material, like having a good time fulfillment. And they might even see you as somebody who's like really valuable and single and like in their power, like independent. Somebody who's not like them, you know? They also have the Ten of Cups. So not only do they have like personal fulfillment, they see you as bringing them like genuine happiness. Complete happiness. Like every time they're with you, they're just really happy. They're glad that you guys are connected. And they want to continue that on into the future. And we have the Six of Swords. And that might be why I got really kind of like soft and like feeling very like chill, and they might be leaving a tumultuous relationship or like a tumultuous situation, and they might be moving to like a calmer situation. Like they might need peace in their life. They might need not chaos, you know? And they feel this with you. They feel a peace in their life. Right? We got the Seven of Wands. And they're willing to go to bat for this peace and happiness that they feel. They might not feel it a lot. Getting kind of desolate vibes. Like, they might not feel a lot of happiness in their life. Like, there might be so few things that bring them peace that they're willing to do what they have to do to keep it. And that might be to just kind of step back and be like the best friend, you know? That one who's like, I'll be here, whatever you need. Who kind of like is just kind of always in the background, but never like the bride, you know, always the bridesmaid and never the bride. They're like, it's kind of giving me that vibe. Like they're really wanting to be with you and they'll take any pain that they have for that. We also have the moon, which is fear, and they might be afraid of abandonment. They might be afraid that they'll be left alone. It's probably why the hermit is in reverse, honestly. They might have problems being alone. Well, now that they know that you exist, you know what I mean? They don't want to go back to not having you in their life. We also have the Hanged Man. They want the situation to be different. They wish they could be different. They wish that they could match you more. Because they do have candles that are burning for you, like flame, you know, holding a torch for you or whatever the saying is. But they're just afraid. Like the friend that's afraid to take it to the next level because it would ruin the friendship. That sort of vibe, to be honest. Alright, we have Soothe. The loneliness and pain. And Purify with Sage. I'm getting more like cleansing thoughts. And like the air and making things breathable and calm and chill for this person, like the peace that you give them. Alright, let's look at this. Alright, we have Elk, seeking a powerful animal's ethics. The arrows mean taking direct action, and the elk means lifestyle. So this person might be considering with the Hanged Man a different lifestyle to more closely suit yours. So that you can, like, I don't mean completely change for you. I mean, like, you know how you meet someone and you're interested in them and they have a hobby that you've never really given thought to before. Like, maybe you didn't know it existed, or maybe you've never tried it yourself, you've never really been interested, but since they're interested, you're like, let me see what that's about. You know, that happened with me in rock climbing. Like, that's how I got into it. Somebody I was into it, and I was like, oh, this is opening a new door for me as a person. Like, I'm growing because of this other person. Like, that's kind of what I mean. I don't mean like they're gonna change who they are. Right, and we have Ship. I would say this person's in the Navy, but that's me being biased. um, the ship really feels like, you know what I was saying about like going to like calmer waters? It's like you're the wind in their sails that are taking them there. That's how they're thinking of you anyway. Alright, we have a Nazi with story. I think you guys have gotten close over like books or shows or something like that. That comes through really strong for some reason. Even though a Nazi was a book when I was a child, it's just, that's kind of like the nerd thing. It's like a quiet hobby that you guys have together. But yeah, this is what they're thinking about you. Thank you so, so much, Pile 4. Be safe out there. Make sure your person is safe out there. I feel like they just need a little bit extra attention for some reason. But yeah, make sure you guys are safe out there, and may the hunters never find you.